Before the first star burned, before the first atom existed, before time itself had meaning, there was a question every human heart has asked at same point: who created this universe? Not just how it works, not just what it is made of, but why it exists at all. Science has given us a lot of answers, but the biggest question still remains. If the universe had a beginning, what caused that beginning? For a long time, people thought the universe was eternal, but modern cosmology changed that. Today, the Big Bang model says the universe expanded from an extremely hot, dense beginning from about 13.8 billion years ago. When we go back far enough, we reach the limit where space and time themselves stop behaving the way we know them. That means the universe is not endless in the past, it had a beginning, and that creates a serious question. Can something begin without a cause? Think about everything in daily life. A house has a builder, a painting has a painter, a design has a designer. So if the entire universe began to exist, should not it also has a cause? There is where logic becomes very important. This is a simple argument here. Whatever began to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist, therefore the universe has a cause. This is not emotional language, this is basic reasoning. Islamic scholars discussed this deeply long before modern times. Al-Ghazali wrote that every being which begins has a cause for its beginning, and if the world begins, then it must also have a cause. Now think carefully. If the cause of the universe created space, it cannot be inside space. If it created time, it cannot be inside time. If it created matter, it cannot be made of matter. So the cause must be beyond the universe, not limited like creation, not dependent like creation, not temporary like creation. It must be eternal, it must be powerful, it must be able to choose, because a blind law does not decide to begin creation. Now listen to how the Quran asks the same question. Or were they created by nothing, or were they themselves the creator? This is a powerful question. Were we created by nothing? That makes no sense. Did we create ourselves? That also makes no sense. So there is only one remaining answer. Something else created us, something outside created us, something not created. The Quran is not asking this in a weak way. It is asking it like a challenge, like a direct call to think. Now look at another verse. Have those who disbelieve not considered that the heaven and the earth were a joint entity, and we separated them? The words are striking. A joint entity, then separated. The verse continues with life coming from water, which is also meaningful in the broader discussion of creation. Now, to be honest and careful, the Quran is not a science textbook. We should not force it into every modern theory, but we also should not ignore how strongly its language points the mind toward reflection. It is one thing to say the universe came from a divine command. It is another thing to hear a 7th century revelation speak about a joint state of the heaven and the earth, then separation, then life. This is not a random sentence. It is a sentence meant to make you stop and think. There is also this verse, and the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed we are its expanders. Many Muslim scholars explain this verse in terms of Allah's power and the vastness of the sky, and many readers also find it wording deeply compatible with the modern discovery that the universe is expanding. Again, we should be careful. This is not about forcing the Quran to match a theory. It is about noticing a remarkable harmony. Science discovered that the universe is expanding in the 20th century. The Quran had already used language that points the mind toward vastness and expansion. That should make a thoughtful person pause. Now look at the universe itself. It is not just big, it is ordered, balanced, precise. The universe looks fine-tuned for existence. If gravity was slightly different, stars might not form. If the physical constant was slightly different, life might not exist. The universe looks fine-tuned for existence, not random, not chaotic, not careless. The Quran says, "He who created 7 heaven in layers, you do not see in the creation of the most merciful any inconsistency, so return your vision to the sky. Do you see any breaks? The line is powerful. Return your vision. Look again, think again." The Quran is not afraid of observation. It calls people to observe, to reflect, to use reason. But maybe the greatest mystery is not the stars, maybe it is you. Why do we ask these questions? Why do we feel awe? Why do we care about truth, justice, love and meaning? Why does the human heart keep searching? The Quran says, "Indeed, in the creation of heavens and the earth and the alternation of night and of the day are signs for those of understanding." It does not say sign for the blind, it says sign for those who think, those who understand, those who reflect. And the Quran also says, "And He is the first and the last, the ascendant and the ultimate, and He is of all things knowing." This is who the Creator is in Islam, the first, not created, not dependent, not temporary, the last, the one who remains when everything else ends. Now listen to the Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In Sahih al-Bukhari 7418, when people ask about the beginning of the universe, the Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "There was Allah and nothing else before Him, and His throne were over the water, and He then created the heavens and the earth and wrote everything in the book." The answer is simple and powerful. There was Allah and nothing else, not because the question is small, but because the truth is clear. Islam teaches that Allah exists beyond time and creation. Another authentic narration says that Allah ordained the measure of creation 50,000 years before He created the heaven and the earth. So the creation is not trapped inside the universe. He is the one who brought the universe into existence. So maybe the real question is not only who created the universe, maybe it is also why were we given mind that can ask this question? Why does the universe look ordered? Why does the heart search for meaning? Why does the soul keep reaching upward? Maybe because the universe is not random. Maybe because your existence is not random. Maybe because the one who created the heaven and the earth also created you with purpose. And perhaps the stars above us are not just distant lights. Perhaps they are signs calling us back to one who made them.